Evaluating expressions, Lesson B notes example number 6. A bike rental company charges per bike a one-time fee of $15 and $8 per hour. The expression used to find the cost is 15 plus 8h. In the expression, h represents the number of hours. What is the total cost of a family of 4 to each rent bikes for 5 hours? So you go to rent a bike, and I'm not sure if any of you have ever done this before. We rent bikes at the beach sometimes, but there's some places where you pay a certain fee no matter what. So in this case, it doesn't matter how many hours you rent the bikes for, you're going to pay $15. If you only rent them for 1 hour, you're going to pay the $15 plus the $8 for that hour. Or if you rent them for 2 hours, you would pay the $15 and then 8 times 2 is 16. You would add that together, and so forth. Well, they want to know how much it would cost for a family of 4 to each rent a bike for 5 hours. Well, again, H represents the total number of hours. And in this problem, they rent the bike for, it's right here, 5 hours. So H will equal 5. All right, leave a little space right here. We're going to write something there in a moment. So let's write down the expression. So our expression is 15 plus 8h. And now wherever we see a variable, we're going to put parentheses. So 15 plus 8 and then put parentheses. Inside that parenthesis, we're going to plug this 5 right here. And we're going to follow our order of operations. Order of operations say I need to do the multiplication before the addition. So bring down my 15. 8 times 5 is 40, and they're positive, so I would put a plus in between. Finish it off by adding 15 plus 40. And 15 plus 40 is 55. Now, is that the total? Is that the final answer? Does it cost $55 for a family of 4 to each rent bikes for 5 hours? No, and this is where you need to be careful. The 55 was the cost for one person or one bike. So up here I want you to put cost of one bike. So what we did here is we found the cost of one bike, but I want to know what it is for 4 people, so that means that we need 4 bikes. Okay, so if we're renting 4 bikes, then I'm going to have to take that and multiply. So how about we put cost of 4 bikes here. So one bike will cost you $55, but for 4 people, we need to multiply it by 4. So 55 times 4 is 220. So restate the question. The question is, what was the total cost for a family of 4 to each rent bikes for 5 hours? The cost to rent 4 bikes for 5 hours is $220. The cost to rent 4 bikes for 5 hours is $220. Again, I didn't put the $sign over here in my work. I only used it in my final answer. And again, because it was a word problem, I used words to finish the problem, to answer it. If you have any questions on example number 6, please do not hesitate to ask.